What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls podcast. It's a live NBA draft lottery kind of night, y'all. I'm Peg. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peg. Joined in studio by my guy, Big Dave. Bow. BAWL Sports.
Let's go.
Our pal and producer, Joey Spath, is rocking the controls. And in the room, as it's happening right now, here in Chicago, the NBA Draft Lottery, our guy, Will Gottlieb. Hopefully he will join us later on in tonight's show after we know the results of tonight's NBA Draft Lottery that is just minutes away from getting underway. The broadcast has started. On that note, just a general note for all y'all in the comments. Happy to have y'all here. Can't wait to talk about whatever happens.
Yes.
We're going to be watching this TV.
Yes.
And the cable feed of this draft lottery.
Shout out
if
cable.
by whatever reason Shams or Woj or whoever has some of these pick results early and you throw them in the comments, we're going to ignore them because we want to be surprised by what happens on our televisions like people used to do in the 80s and 90s. Big Dave, how are you feeling?
I am feeling great. I am feeling awesome. I am feeling cool. And as Joey asked me, I am feeling lucky.
Feeling lucky?
Feeling lucky.
Feeling 1.8 kind of lucky?
No, but I'm feeling top 4 lucky.
Feeling 8.5 kind of lucky?
I'm feeling 8.5 kind of lucky, man. That's the luck I'm feeling, bro.
I dig it.
I feel good. This is the time. This is the year everybody wanted. Everybody wanted to be in this position, be here for the draft. That's why they were crying for losses. That's why they were rooting for the Heat to win, so we can get to this point. Yeah, there he is. So obviously he's overjoyed to be here.
So
this is what he rooted for.
No, I'm just bitter that we don't have higher percentages than we do.
Oh, so you're not happy about what you rooted for and got. All right, great.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm excited. This can be awesome.
I'm glad you're excited.
Night.
I mean,
this can be
if the Bulls do pull off a miracle similar to 2008, when they had a 1.7% chance at Derrick Rose and got that number 1 pick, Victor Wembanyama, franchise-changing talent, who was sitting courtside at that game in Paris that we all went to.
Yes, he was.
And gave the crowd a wave, and all of us were like, man, wouldn't it be something?
Wouldn't it be nice?
And here we are. Tonight we find out which team is going to get Victor Wembanyama. Wow. Yeah. Okay, in case you've been living under a cave for the last couple of weeks, just a quick breakdown of how these percentages stack up. So as far as all of the lottery teams that are involved tonight, all 14 teams and their percentages, we've got Houston, Detroit, and San Antonio in those 14%, 14%, 14%.
Correct.
And then it goes all the way down to the Bulls at 1.8. Is there some team that you have some kind of feeling for? Like you said, you were feeling 8.5 lucky, not necessarily 1.8 lucky.
Yeah.
Who you think's drawing that number 1 tonight, Dave?
I hate to say it. I'm feeling Detroit. I really am.
Gross.
And I don't like
Bulls
it.
division rival?
Yeah, I hate it.
No, thank you, please.
Every fiber in my being, I hate it. I feel them. I see them. I honestly... See, I don't even want to say who else because I don't just want to jinx that stuff. But I see teams that I don't want getting it. That's what I see. But I see the Bulls in the top 4. That's what I see.
I see.
Yeah.
So percentages there, Pistons, Rockets, Spurs, all 14. Hornets, MJ's team until maybe he sells them.
Yeah, always in the top 4.
If the Hornets get the number 1 pick in Wemby, MJ's selling the team tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Because he's going to get like an extra $500 million off of that.
Done. We are
Dames,
done.
Blazers, they're at 10.5% with the 5th highest odds. Magic, Pacers, Wizards, Jazz, and Mavs descending until you get the Bulls at 11th.
Yeah.
Quick note on the Mavs, they have a top 10 protected pick that they do owe to the Knicks if it falls outside the top 10.
Okay.
So the Mavs want to stay right where they are at 10, if not jumping up. If it falls 11 through 14 for Dallas, they send that pick to the Knicks.
Okay.
The Knicks, meanwhile, owing their pick this year's first round to Portland from that Josh Hart trade that was made at the deadline.
And keep an eye out on that.
Right. After we see the results from tonight, there's plenty of stuff we could talk about as far as the Blazers, their draft situation, and how that relates to our beloved Bulls.
Yeah.
As far as the Bulls situation is concerned, they have these infinitesimally small percentages to jump into the top 4. They cannot land 5 through 10, Dave.
Correct.
So, hey, there's a small victory. The Bulls aren't going to be in 7th.
Correct.
Yay. Impossible.
Yay.
Mathematically
It's not sarcasm
impossible.
at all.
Either the Bulls will stay where they are at 11th, fall to 12th, 13th, or 14th if a team behind them jumps up, or they jump into the top 4.
Right.
We know number 1 pick, 1.8%.
1.8.
Number 2 pick, slightly higher odds, I believe 1.98%.
Okay.
And then picks 3 and 4 in the 2% range. There you see number 3, 2.21%.
Thanks, Joey.
Number 4, 2.5%. Biggest odds, of course, are where they are at number 11.
Right.
Second highest likelihood is for them to fall 1 spot to number 12 because one of the 3 teams behind them jumps up as opposed to the Bulls jumping up.
Yes.
I mean, there it is.
There it is.
There's the math. It's staring us in the face.
Right there. I got a question for you.
Sure.
Can we talk about your vocabulary and infinitesimally? Is that what you pulled out on people?
I
right
did.
There?
Yeah.
What is this? Explain to Joseph. I know Joey wants to know.
Joey probably knows.
Joey?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Help Joey out.
It
here,
means
I don't even know what you said.
really small.
Infinitesimally?
Infinitesimally.
Infinitesimally.
Infinitesimally is what Matt Peck just dropped on you. Really tiny is what that means. Very, very tiny. Awesome, Matt.
It was a bit grandiloquent of me to bust that word out just now.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
That was the weirdest flex in the history of the show.
It wasn't a flex, it was just a joke.
Grammar flex.
Vanilla Chill in the comments said, hoping for that rigging. So I've noticed that our CHGO Blackhawks crew, still so happy for them, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a custom-made Connor Bedard jersey right over there
Ready
right now.
to be worn.
A fresh Bedard sweater in Hawks Home Red.
Awesome.
And I love that.
Yeah,
as soon as they hit the shelves, I'm getting one myself. But they stood tall against this notion that the NHL rigged the lottery for the Blackhawks. Of all of the teams in the lottery, as far as market and NBA viewership is concerned, Adam Silver and the NBA would love it if the Bulls somehow ended up with the number 1 pick and the rights to draft Victor Wembanyama.
Absolutely they would.
Or even jumped into the top 4 to get another product like Scoot Henderson or some of the other projected to go top 5 because the NBA wants the Bulls to be good and relevant.
They do.
Way more so than Orlando or San Antonio or Detroit.
Yes.
But there's been so much good luck for Bulls fans as far as drafts are concerned. Yes,
so
Joe?
I have a timeout here because I think Colin asked a good question that I'm sure some people are wondering. So he says, so we will know if we are top 4 if we don't get picked by 11th. Correct. If we come up at 11th and it's another team, Bulls automatically shoot into the top 4.
If the Bulls logo does not appear at 14, 13, 12, and then especially 11,
a big word in there.
It means that they have jumped into the top 4. So really what Bulls fans want to see is chalk from 14, 13, 12, New Orleans, Toronto, OKC, and then they want to see that Dallas Mavericks logo when we get to pick 11.
Oh, yes!
Because it means the Bulls have jumped.
Yes!
That is where we are.
I can't wait to see that. I'm very excited about that, young Joseph.
But so going back to what we were talking about, I don't see that the NBA is rigging this for us.
You don't see that?
The Bulls do not have that kind of karma right now. I just don't think so.
I mean, you just lost Lonzo Ball. Yeah, like, aren't you due for some of that? Your good karma, sir? Aren't you not due for that?
I don't know if y'all caught our episode yesterday. According to some people within the Bulls organization, Lonzo's still coming back, guys. Just give it some more time.
Oh, Lord. Can he just stay on the path of the positivity with the top 4 pick? Let's just focus on this right here. And then you can go back to Matt Peck, and I will welcome him with open arms. But as of right now, just give me this.
I'm waiting for y'all here. Those of you in Bulls Nation who have your hopes up with these ridiculously small odds, I'm waiting for you here. We'll reconvene after the picks have been revealed.
It's the hopes you wanted. You got the hopes you wanted, sir.
Yeah. You know what's going to help the pain, though?
What's that?
A tall boy of Goose Island Green Line.
Ooh, it doesn't hurt.
That's going to help the pain.
It don't hurt nothing. Get your ass tall boy. That's why I brought a couple over here for myself so I can enjoy me some of that goodness right there, man. And you should go out and grab you some too, man. It's a good feeling when I was like, maybe I should stop somewhere and get something. Said no. When I get to the office, there's going to be plenty of Goose right there. Let me just go right to the fridge and do what I do.
True story.
It's an awesome thing, man. I like it.
We need to get them to restock our Pocket Pilsner supply, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't just see it get stocked back?
No.
In the fridge?
It wasn't when I got here today.
Magically, they're in there right now.
Was there a case in dry storage?
Dude, there's like 15 cases of that Pocket Pilsner right there, bro.
But no, whoever took the last cold one didn't replace.
They put 12 more in there. Somebody put 12 more in there.
So I appreciate whoever did that.
Yeah.
But when I arrived today, there were none in there.
And you didn't put any in?
I didn't know we had more.
Oh, okay. You didn't see it. Okay.
I did not.
I got to walk you over there and show it to you, man. It's there, though. It's plenty of it. So.
Anthony wants me to pound a beer if the Bulls get the #1 overall pick. I will do
That's
that.
That's fair.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to chug it out of a bat.
Yeah.
Shout out and respect to our guy Cody from CHGO Cubs.
Shout out to Cody. He's got shorts on. And he looks very nice today, by the way. I told him that when I came in. I thought he looked very nice.
But he does have short pants on, as opposed to no pants on.
As opposed to no pants. Oh, I do want to make this announcement, Joey and Matt. After the draft, I'm going to open this package right here. I'm going to open this.
Great.
I'm going to open this. Yeah, you should be excited.
I love
it's a
that.
fun time, man.
I'm excited.
It's going to be joy.
I really want it to be a pair of Bull shorts with Corver's number on them, so that we can redo that sham.
I think it's is it a piece of, I think it's clothing based on how it looks.
It feels
in the
like
package.
a jersey or a piece of clothing.
If it's a jersey, yeah, I think it's got to be like Matt Thomas.
If it's a jersey? If I get a Matt Thomas jersey?
Oh, well, any good vibes the Bulls had coming into the lottery tonight were just absolutely squandered with the mention of Matt Thomas.
Look, he can't help, not even 5 minutes. He couldn't do 5 minutes. Oh, he is a special man.
It's been 11 minutes. Thank you very much.
Wait, so this is the Green Line IPA?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's why it's green.
One of the most popular goose beers that they offer.
Is that just called Green Line, like by the fans? Because it doesn't say Green Line anywhere on the can.
Oh, he's right. You know what? It's the Indian Pale Ale. This is not the Green Line series. It is the Indian Pale Ale.
So this is the Goose IPA, which they made after they made Green Line.
Correct.
Green Line was the first IPA that Goose made.
That is true.
Now they have a variety of IPAs to choose from.
It's all over
and
the place.
this is the just standard classic Goose IPA.
Joey,
5.9%.
I'd like to know about your hand, man, in this game, sir. Because you say you injured your hand right there.
I'm doing all right, Big Dave. Thanks for asking. I was thinking about talking to Coach, saying, we too hurt to go today. It's tough to press the old buttons back here. But first pitch of the game, it was either it was a first batter for sure. Might have been the first pitch. I'm at third, the hot corner as they call it.
Okay.
Guy smokes one
right
up the line. Took it hand into chest, and then it's a pretty good jam on the pinky finger here. We almost got the guy on a good recovery. He beat us by a step.
Okay.
Shout out to Herb, who's over there he was at first base. But yeah, game went on. Definitely started to puff up a little bit. It was hard to grab the ball and the bat, but we battled through. But
okay,
we're Warriors, Big Dave.
You're injured. You don't have to tell
Rain
me
or
this,
shine.
Sir.
Are you hurt or are you injured?
Oh, you?
Me.
Question.
How did you do?
Oh, I didn't play because I am injured.
Oh, okay. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. Ryan, did you play? Ryan didn't play?
Cubs played, so Ryan couldn't play.
Oh, okay. All right.
We had a good showing, honestly. We lost, but it was it's a good, it was a promising feeling around our team. And I think, vibes are high.
Who'd you play?
We played Axios, who was one of our 2 wins last year. All right, back to the lottery.
All right,
Start in a minute.
Let's get into the lottery.
I hope your finger heals quickly, Joe, because we need you out there.
Jelly says wrap a sploof on it, and he'll
wrap a sploof on it. Just put some dry sheets around that piggy, you'll be fine. Meanwhile, our guy Mark K is hanging out in the comments saying 1.8% of the time it works every time.
Matt and Dave, real quick.
Yeah.
What would be the #1 place you could see besides Chicago Wembanyama go?
Where do I think he's going to go?
No. Where would you want to see him go?
Nowhere other than a Bulls jersey, but I know that's not going to happen.
You have to pick one.
Charlotte.
I have to pick one?
Charlotte.
No.
I think I'd like to see him go to San Antonio.
Go west.
Send him to purgatory.
My prediction is San Antonio.
I'd like to see him with the clean slate, San Antonio.
All right, we got our team representatives getting panned across here. Nick Collison. Shout out to
like
Nick.
Jim from The Office.
Thunder legend.
Good call.
Hey,
here's our boy.
There
is that
he
a
is.
sweater vest?
That is a sweater vest.
Is rocking a sweater vest.
He's rocking a
Bulls
sweater
Nation.
vest with a T-shirt underneath.
We got
He
Colin
is young.
Sexton representing the Utah
Nice
Jazz.
suit there, Colin. Nice suit, sir.
Dude, what about Lowry and Wemby as a combo?
Oh.
Goodness gracious.
You know what? Yeah, I wouldn't mind Utah. Oh.
Wes Unseld.
Wes Unseld Jr.
Representing the Wizards. Tyrese representing the Pacers.
I like Tyrese, man. He's good.
Jamal Mosley representing Orlando.
Straighten your tie, sir.
Yeah, come
Straighten
on,
that tie up, man.
At least he's
Somebody
got a full
tell him.
I wish
Windsor.
we should
Not,
have.
but
The Bulls should have sent Gottlieb out here.
Ooh, look at
Brandon
Brandon Roy.
Roy.
Hey, shout out.
Blazers
Yeah,
legend.
wow, I love that.
Looking
Shout out
clean in
Brandon
that
Roy.
outfit.
Looking fresh, man.
Mark Williams, fresh off his rookie year,
Shout out Mark
representing
Williams.
Charlotte.
No suit for him either.
Peter J. Holt,
Related to Lester? I don't know.
the San Antonio Spurs. Ime,
Ime.
the new coach.
Already he's there.
Houston Rockets.
Hey,
and
Big
Bulls
Ben.
legend Ben Wallace,
Yes, he is.
representing the
Help
Detroit
gets
Pistons.
Kyles out of here. I always appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out. All right. That's everybody,
Okay.
y'all.
Are they going to do the annoying thing that they've done in some years? Well, they'll like ask stupid like Q&A interview questions to
they
some of the
will.
representatives.
Of course
or,
they're gonna do
nope,
that.
He's got the stack of
No,
envelopes.
they're gonna do the Q&A like when they get to the top 3. Then they'll do that
Oh,
Q&A
okay.
thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like
so
that's
that they
gonna
can
happen.
squeeze some more commercials in here.
Correct.
But
Correct.
as
was
far as
crazy.
Bulls fans are concerned, the beginning of the lottery is the all-important
All right.
part of the lottery.
Hey, coming on out, baby.
Love this guy.
Walking on out. Hello, Mark Tatum.
Deputy Commissioner
Good
Mark
to see
Tatum
you. How's life, sir?
with the Stephen A. Smith hairline.
Be nice.
This lottery goes a lot slower than the.
Pelicans
All right,
at 14.
Pelicans at
That's
14.
I'm
chalk.
done with my
All right.
my
That's
commentary.
chalk. 13 here. Toronto.
Yep. That's
Toronto.
All right.
Here we go. Don't want to see Bulls here at 12. And OKC at 12. That's
All
chalk.
right. All right.
Here we go, Bulls. If the Bulls are not here at 11, they have jumped into the top 4. Here we go.
Holy F.
Are we sure that that's not them saying that we owe that pick to Orlando? Are we sure that that's not them saying we owe that pick to Orlando?
I don't know. It could be.
Oh my God.
No, it's good. According to the chat, we're good.
Oh
We're
my
good?
God.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Did that really just happen?
That happened. Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Bulls Nation, how we doing?
I just
How
want
we
to tell y'all,
doing?
who told you this is my question.
You did.
I did. Back on that.
I was sitting here being a sourpuss. Like,
Yes,
let's
you
get
were.
this over with.
Pistons with 5. Tanking is for suckers.
Wow. Pistons at 5.
Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Okay.
And that's where they'll take a pause before revealing the top 4.
All right.
Holy shnikes.
Oh, man.
Well, so we still got to give a pick to Orlando at some point, but
Yeah.
that's not what tonight is about.
That's wild, man.
Oh, my goodness.
That's wild stuff. That's wild stuff. Okay. All right. All right. That's
That
wild. That was something. That was something, man.
Stucky, get your hand out of the shot.
Wait, hold on.
man.
Hold on.
Did we not get the pick?
Wait, I don't think we got it.
Bulls stay at 11th.
Bulls stay
That's
at 11.
what I was saying.
He was right.
Wow.
We got our joy for nothing. Orlando gets that pick. Orlando gets that
They
pick.
put the Orlando
We
logo
lost.
there because the Bulls transfer that pick
Oh,
to
no.
Orlando.
No pick. Well, felt good for a minute.
Wow.
Back to Matt, ladies and gentlemen.
Why? Why did we do that to ourselves?
Because it was fun.
Why did we do that to ourselves just now?
Felt fun to me. I enjoyed that.
I didn't even see that it was the Orlando logo.
I thought it was
as he
OKC.
was revealing it. I just saw
I
that
just saw
it
it
wasn't
wasn't
the
the
Bulls
Bulls.
logo and went nuts.
That's what I did. I was like, that's not the Bulls. Let's go. All right. So
Why
no
would they
pick
make
for the
it?
Bulls.
They should make it clear.
Still Spurs was the Spurs, Blazers, Rockets, and I forget the last team. Spurs, Blazers, Rockets, and one more. But dude, Detroit at 5. Damn. Detroit at 5. Detroit at 5.
Detroit. Spurs, Rockets. Let's see. Utah's
in the top 4 now?
Spurs, Rockets.
I also didn't see the other picks that were revealed between 11 and
Hornets. Thank
4
you.
when they were going crazy. Oh, so Hornets jumped.
Oh, Pistons. All of that for nothing.
I'm incredibly disappointed.
Are you? I'm not. That was kind of fun to me. I really enjoyed that. I really did. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a good moment.
It's Portland that jumped into the top 4.
Portland? Oh, wow. Well, good for Portland.
Yeah, good for Portland.
Good for Portland.
Shout out to them, man.
Man, and if they – dude, if Portland as a quality, like, help win now kind of talent.
Yeah.
To keep Dame, they clearly are going to want to make some other moves to build another competitive team right now.
Yeah.
Which means that they will have to cede a first-round pick to the Bulls if they want to make any bolder moves.
Okay.
To rebuild a team.
Okay.
So maybe the Blazers jumping actually is good news for the Bulls.
Explain, sir.
Because it might make them more aggressive in making other moves to rebuild a competitor now around Dame to convince him to not demand a trade.
And this is what I was explaining to Luke. Like, if they get higher up, as long as it's not top 2 for them, there's still an opportunity that will try to make moves and get rid of that pick.
Yeah.
So those things are still a thing. Oh, I'm just tripping that Detroit is 5. They were the worst. They were the absolute worst.
17-65, I think, was their record this year.
Yes, they were the worst.
17-65.
5. Damn.
Man.
It's the lottery, man. It's the lottery.
Okay. I feel like this has been an issue before. I have a bone to pick with the NBA and how they handle this bullshit lottery.
Pick away.
Orlando has their own pick in the lottery.
True, they do.
So what do they have, 2 squares with the Magic logo on them? Why not have a freaking square with the Bulls logo on it and then make a note of the fact on your ticker at the bottom of the screen and on the broadcast that pick is being transferred to Orlando?
Yes.
Why do we need to get duped and confused like this? This is so dumb.
Damn, that was fun.
This is so dumb.
It was dumb as hell. Oh, for three glorious minutes, all was right. For 3 glorious minutes, all was okay. But now it is not, and it has gone away. So let's see who wins it there. Stucky, ladies and gentlemen. He knows. Ah, look at Vic. Look at Wemby. Doing what the kids do.
Man.
Taking selfies.
That's a
Say millionaire.
It's a middle of the night party over in Paris.
Yeah, it is. This is true. Shout out Trash Talk. Damn.
Is it 1998?
Rockets, Spurs, Hornets, and the Blazers. Shout out Brandon Roy. The other team I didn't want to say. Should I say it?
What?
It's the Trailblazers.
Really?
That was the other team I didn't want to say.
I mean,
all right, let's see. Here we go.
I'd be happier. Rockets. Yes.
All right.
The Rockets don't deserve Wemby. They do not deserve Wemby.
All right,
give me Spurs or give me Blazers. Hornets, you don't.
Blazers.
Oh, Blazers at 3. Blazers at 3. Here we go.
I said go to the Hornets.
Oh my God!
But then y'all called the Spurs.
I called the Spurs.
You called the Spurs.
Don't send Wemby.
He going to the Spurs.
I called it.
Going to the Spurs.
Cody called it too.
Cody, you put money on this?
Yeah, let's go.
Our guys, Cody and Sean from CHGO Bets, both making money, calling into the Spurs. Dude, karma, man, karma.
Karma for them?
Yeah.
How's their karma?
Because there's a lesser track record of the people with the Spurs being terrible people.
Okay.
That, like, dude, I'm sorry, but nothing but love to MJ on this here Bulls program we have here. Mm-hmm. That Charlotte's team, that Charlotte Hornets team does not deserve jack shit based on the way he's been running it.
Dude, I really want, but what do they do now? I'm very curious about Charlotte because they have a point guard. They put their money, you know what I'm saying, into LaMelo. So you're not going to go get Scoot. Like, are they thinking about letting it go, or are they just picking another player, letting Scoot drop the 3?
Maybe they'll let Scoot drop to 3 because one of the Thompson brothers and Brandon Miller, who are projected top 5 area, are wings.
Yeah.
And NBA teams love and need wings all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe that means Scoot drops to 3, which is Portland. But they got Dame. So maybe Scoot is the bridge to the end of the Dame era. I don't know.
That could be a thing, too. But Dame doesn't want to be a bridge. Dame wants to win now. He's already stated this. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, I don't know what Portland's going to do, man. That's interesting right there. Because Scoot is definitely not getting past number 3. Wendy is in Paris? Wendy's over there in Paris,
Wendy
son?
hanging out in Paris.
He's over there chilling.
Doing an immediate interview with Wembanyama. That's awesome. I was listening to the Hoop Collective earlier today, the most recent episode.
Yeah.
And Wendy wasn't on it, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Right.
And it was Bontemps hosting, which Wendy usually does, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is Bontemps doing hosting this crap? Get this out of here!" And then at the end of the pod, he was saying, "Like, I've been told to say that Wendy is on assignment,
Okay.
and that's all I can say." So clearly they were keeping this a surprise.
Keeping it under wraps.
Windhorse went all the way to Paris to interview Wemby.
There's a brag, super chat from Braggs, man.
Braggsy!
I put on my Rose jersey. Fell for it all the way down to 4. Immediately realized I looked like an idiot yelling for no reason.
That was all of us.
That was all of us,
That was
baby.
all of us, Braggs.
We was all in, Braggs.
Dude.
It was fun.
I just saw a
I
logo
regret nothing.
that wasn't red and jumped out of my seat.
I regret nothing. I absolutely regret
You know what?
not one thing.
I do.
Why? Oh, well.
Because I came into this with no hope.
And then
That's
you
how
got
I
some
had
hope.
to prepare myself.
Yeah. Well,
I was
you
like,
see, your
Bulls
thing
weren't
is
gonna
like
get lucky
that.
tonight. We don't deserve to get lucky. The Hawks got lucky. The Bears got the number 1. This is not happening for us tonight. That was my mentality coming in.
Yeah.
That should have remained my mentality. But this stupid logos on cards system that they have that does not compute, that does compute transfer of picks because of trades, just put a Bulls logo there and then say, to the Hornets, or to the Magic. Like,
It's honestly, it's unbelievable.
it's ridiculous.
Well, that's my secret,
It's
man.
ridiculous.
We
that
should
they
be
do that.
awarded
always
a top 4 pick for the pain that we just went through.
You should be rewarded.
It's unbelievable.
Why isn't it the Bulls?
It's not that hard. There was like 10 of us right here, and nobody thought originally.
No, Matt stopped us all for a minute. It was like, wait a minute. Does that mean that they're getting it?
Once I saw that it was the Orlando logo,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
It's
fuck.
like, wait a minute. And then people in the chat were like, no, it's legit. And so we went on. But then as we all kept reading, it was like, nah, it's not legit. Not legit. We don't get it. We don't get that pick. But I will say they now have a shot because of that Portland being at number 3. That gives them some room to do something. So what does it mean with the Mavs at 10? What does that mean?
Mavs stayed at 10?
Yeah.
That means that they keep their pick.
They're keeping that pick.
Top 10 protected.
Top 10 protected, baby.
So-
for the Mavs. Shout out John Sabine.
Okay, so actually what we should do is take a quick break right now, share some words from our friends and sponsors, and then we'll come back, keep talking about this and what tonight's results of the lottery could mean for potential Bulls offseason trades. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Hit that thumbs up while we're reading these ads if you're watching along on YouTube.
And when you do it and you're watching it, you want to watch it on Fubo TV, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want to do. You want to sit there and you want to turn in and watch and do like Matt and yell at the screen because they put out the wrong card and fooled the world. Or fooled Chicago, I should say. But if you don't like watching that, there's 140 channels of live sports, shows, movies, and news that you can check out. You can stream live TV from any device that you got. You can watch the more Chicago sports for the lowest price, and you can start watching with a 7-day free trial, and you can do that immediately. No contract, no cable, no hassle. Just sign up and start watching. And just because they like you, how about 1,000 hours of that cloud DVR? Sprinkle a little of that right there on you. Go ahead, get you some of that. Tell your mother I said hello. Included it for no extra charge. Oh, PJ Championship coming up. French Open coming up. WNBA is about to start, man. The NHL draft and the NBA playoffs, as we know, we're in the Western Conference because the Lakers are about to take on those Nuggets. And the Cubs and the White Sox, you can watch them both. Marquee Network, NBC Sports Chicago. They got it all at Fubo TV.
It's on.
So use the link in the description and sign up for 15% off of your first month of Fubo Pro. Because it's Fubo TV. Sit down, chill out, enjoy. Me to you.
Joseph?
Sorry.
Joseph is miserable right now.
That was so tough.
Joseph is absolutely miserable.
Come on
right
back,
now.
So tough, and that I'm usually ready to talk about the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, but it just that lottery hit me hard. But ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities that they serve, helping manage energy usage and lower energy bills now and into the future.
That's right, Joe. ComEd offers a wide variety of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers across their entire territory. ComEd also offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities like for HVAC systems, commercial kitchen equipment, and industrial processes.
Matt, how does it work?
Well, let me tell you, Joe, it works a lot more simply and a lot more effectively than how they reveal the logos on the NBA teams of the NBA Draft Lottery. An authorized engineer works with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and needs. These can be done in person or virtually and last approximately 2 hours. Within 3 to 4 weeks, customers will receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects that they can start working on right away.
Right now.
Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings, project cost, potential incentives, and simple payback plans.
Yeah.
If you own a business, hey, Jerry, don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy-saving tips, lighting incentives, or to schedule your free facility assessment, go to ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Matt, was that ComEd.com/poweringbiz?
That's correct, Uncle Joe. ComEd.com/poweringbiz, B-I-Z-biz. Schedule your appointment today.
Help us all.
Oh, there is no helping us.
Oh, yeah, there always is, baby. That's the thing, Matt. I'm always happy.
It's still unbelievable. Matt said, he was so shielded from getting his hopes up, and it still happened.
Still bit me.
Yeah.
Still bit
That
me.
was
The life of
the
a fan.
dumbest thing I've ever seen. I
so why
can't
protect
believe.
So stupid.
I'm
Can't
just-
hide yourself from it.
So stupid.
It's what it is, man. That joy is going to get
and
you.
I was conditioning my brain all day, even while not getting my hopes up at all. Look for something other than the Bulls logo at pick 11.
Yeah, because that sounds normal. And you saw something different, and your brain said, click it off. Roar. And Joey jumped into my arms like a,
So dumb.
I
like
did.
a wonderful child.
I
So
did. Big Dave always said, happiest I've ever seen you watching the Bulls is when they hit guy hits the first basket correctly.
It's true.
That would have been the happiest.
That would have been
I've-
the most excited I've ever seen.
because
you.
it's a meal ticket.
Yeah.
To get this franchise back on the right track, and for a second, I thought we had it.
Thought you had it. We all thought they had it, man.
Okay, so here's the other silver lining to this,
Sure.
Bulls Nation. Because they did not get luck themselves into Wembanyama or Scoot or keeping a pick in the top 4 of a very talented draft class,
Love you too, right here.
the attention shifts right back, right now, immediately, to ownership and the front office.
Here we go.
As we all stare at them as a fan base and say, how the fuck are you going to fix this team? They don't get to hide behind the glory and jubilation of jumping into the top 4 tonight. Nope. Smash. Smack. Back to reality. What's the word that Eminem says?
Whoop,
before
there goes gravity.
Whoop, there goes gravity.
Snap back.
Thud. Fell
Back
hard
to
just
reality.
now. Back to reality.
Time's up. Over. Bow.
Picks going to Orlando. Another silver lining. Vooch trade is done now.
Yeah, Boost trade is done.
Close that chapter.
It's
Goodbye.
over. Goodbye. Peace.
But the biggest silver lining here, Bulls fans, they can't hide behind this.
You can't
Cannot hide behind this.
Betcha.
What's the plan now?
What's the plan?
What's the plan now?
Tell me the plan.
You don't have to tell it to all of us before you execute it, because we know you need your spying and your subtleties to operate this job. We understand that. But you better have a freaking plan that does not involve getting lucky and getting a top 4 pick this year. You better have a freaking plan. And that heat, that pressure, and that attention shifts immediately back to the people who run this organization, because this fan base is not happy with how this past season went.
Nope.
And there isn't the lollipop that we all get to enjoy for a minute here between now and NBA draft night, to shield us from the fact that this team's front office has a buttload of work to do.
They've got work to do. And as Matt said, a buttload, a colossal buttload of work to
Big
do,
old
man.
buttload.
And it starts now. Like, it really starts now, man. So it's going to be very interesting. Always crazy things happen all the time with this league. So it's going to be interesting to see what ownership around the league is going to be doing, what those GMs want to do, because some of them are going to want to blow up their teams. You know, Phoenix, immediately we're looking at you. That's immediately the team who's going to be getting blown up. So they won't be alone in the teams that will get blown up. So I'm just curious as to see what other GMs are going to move forward with that kind of plan, because everybody's trying to make that move to do something. There's somebody who's not happy with their draft position as well. So we'll see what they want to do. Portland, as he said, is a huge domino to see what they want to do with that number 3 pick, man. Do they want to get Scoot? Because it's a possibility, as Matt said, they get Scoot and, you know, as that bridge to Dame. But Dame is like, I don't give a damn about a bridge. I'm trying to win today.
Right, yeah. Dame's not trying to pass a baton to anybody.
Exactly.
He's trying to get help.
He's trying to win.
Right now.
Right now, man. And with Anthony Simons already there, it's an interesting position, because I don't know how you might pass on a guy like Scoot, even though Dame is on his way out. That's a great just next step up kind of person. But are you loyal to what Dame wants, or are you loyal to what your organization needs?
Right.
So that's going to be interesting moving forward too, man. So it's going to be options for the Bulls. They're not a lot of them at all, but they're going to be options for them to make, man. And as Matt said, you're back under the hot seat, back under that hot spotlight. It's on you. The
Bulls need to make something happen, in my opinion, to get back into this 2023 first-round draft. This is a talented draft class. This is a pretty deep draft class. And not having a pick here to help build this young core, Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, maybe if Io sticks around, he's a part of that.
Yeah.
With Zach LaVine entering his prime as the focus. Portland now did not get or Portland does get their pick from the Knicks, who did not get a pick from Dallas, but Portland, regardless, is getting the Knicks pick from the Josh Hart trade.
Correct.
In this first round. 23rd pick in the first round of the 23 NBA draft. The Portland Trailblazers currently have in their hands, as well as now a top 4 pick.
Yeah.
Do they become more willing to part with that number 23 pick, knowing that they have a top 4 pick, so that they can then make other aggressive moves to build a winner around Dame right now? Because of the Stepien rule of the NBA CBA, the Blazers cannot trade any future first-round picks until this pick that they owe the Bulls is conveyed to the Bulls.
Correct.
It's lottery protected until 2028, which is why the Bulls didn't get it this year, because the Blazers found themselves in the lottery. However, even if the Blazers were to give the Bulls the 23 pick they have coming to them from the Knicks in some sort of deal, that would then close that book on the Bulls-Blazers trade and allow the Blazers to make additional trades with other future draft picks involved.
Yes.
Which, if you're the Blazers and you're trying to do everything you can to keep Dame, you have to be seriously considering right now.
You have to look at all those options, man. And the most logical one seems to let go of that number 23 pick. Obviously, I don't think they let go of that number 3 pick, man. It's too valuable.
It's too
you know
valuable.
what I mean? It's just way too valuable to give up. If they were at 5 or something, okay, I get that. But 3, and you can still land a point guard of the future, even though you might be getting rid of your greatest player in Portland Trailblazer history.
Right.
That's something really nice to fall back on. That's a really comfy ass goose pillow that you can fall back on right there, man. So they keep that 3. This is my opinion. They keep that 3. They trade that 23. Bulls get back in the draft, and they got homework to do after that. Let's see what they're looking like as far as their scouting is concerned, because if that's the case, this just became a big move for the Bulls, off-season move in an off-season where they didn't have many.
Yeah.
So that's what that just became if this goes through.
C-Red UK asks, would we want a 23rd pick, another guy to sit on the bench or play with Windy City? That's a fair question.
Very fair.
The Bulls got Dalen in the late teens last year, 18. And we all watched as he barely got any minutes his rookie year. But the Bulls had a veteran team that they had assembled for this season, that they had kept together for this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's more of a comment about Dalen and his ability to be a contributor to an NBA team at some point compared to rotation and coaching decisions and things like that. I think most people saw Dalen as a bit of a project when the Bulls drafted him. I did not expect him to contribute on a nightly basis his rookie year. it doesn't necessarily mean that if the Bulls were to get back into the back end of the first round of this upcoming draft, that they couldn't find a useful piece at pick 23 if the Blazers call the Bulls willing to make a deal and willing to include that pick in said deal.
It'd be interesting. Like you said, a lot of people viewed him as a project. A lot of people as a piece that they didn't think the Bulls would even draft. I didn't hear his name come up outside of Will Gottlieb mentioning him as like a third player that the Bulls can take. Like, Will Gottlieb was the only person I heard talking about him for the Bulls, and he had him at number 3. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he was on everyone's radar. Personally, I love Dalen Terry. I think he's going to be a player. Every time I look up, he's working, trying to get better. I thought he should have played a little. I'm not saying he should have been in the rotation, but I thought that he should definitely had opportunity to get on the floor. But that's neither here nor there now. That's in the past. He took it personally, as I'm glad he did. And now, guess what? He gets to prove it. He gets to go out there and show like, yo, dude, you made a mistake. Let me show you why you made a mistake. So we'll see what his opportunity brings. I think that's a great point that he said, though. Like, does that number 23 pick, we just get him and sit him on the bench? We don't know with Billy, honestly. I have no idea with Billy. We saw a second-round pick play all season, his rookie year, in the rotation, starting everywhere, man. Shout out to Ayo for that. And then we saw Dalen couldn't even sniff the floor. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was a first-round pick. So I don't know. We don't know. But they have an opportunity to get better now, and we'll see what that is.
The Bulls having this leverage with Portland. I see people in the comments talking about like, hey, well, okay, we didn't win the lottery or jump into the top 4. Blow it up. You're going to blow it up, trade DeMar somewhere. Would the Blazers want DeMar? I don't know. But what's most important is that they have this leverage, because if Portland wants to make bigger moves to rebuild quickly around Dame right now, they need to give the Bulls that pick. So it's not like the Bulls would need to send a whole lot of value to Portland in that trade. They could make some sort of, straw house deal that essentially is the Bulls just getting that pick without having to give Portland a whole lot, because they theoretically, if the Bulls know how to use it, hold that leverage.
Word.
Oh, I think I heard a goat call.
You see him?
Do we have a goat call, Joe?
Oh, no. He's playing injured. Give him a second.
There he is.
He's playing hurt. Get him ready.
Oh.
It's in your face.
Joining us from the Go Talk hotline. Been a minute. It's our guy, Will the Goat Gottlieb. Will_Gottlieb on Twitter.
That's why he's there, baby. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Released from his NBA draft lottery drawing room sequester prison, has his phone back in front of his face. Will, how are you feeling? How are the vibes over there?
You would not believe how many times I put my hand in my pocket to try to grab my phone and text you guys about the results, but my phone was not there because it was in a sealed bubble wrapped envelope along with about 25 other people's. And it was kind of a crazy experience in there. Very anticlimactic, I'll say, like the way that it works, and I'll do a write-up of the whole shebang. But the way that it works is there's the big spherical plastic ball. It's kind of like one of those water jugs that you put on top of a stand, you turn over it. So it's like that shape, and there's a little tube that comes out of it. Ping pong balls numbered 1 through 14. And there's 10 seconds of mixing, and then this guy raises his hands and they pick one out, and then 10 more seconds of mixing and they pick a ball out, and they do this 4 times, and each of the numbers that comes up creates a combination, and there are 1,001 combinations. The Bulls had 18 of them. Other teams had, in the hundreds, like the teams at the bottom. And so we didn't see who got the pick first. It was whose combinations came up first. So I was kind of scrambling through the numbers to try to see what the Bulls had, and I have the notepad so I can share what they are. But it was kind of fun to try to scramble and see if they got a pick. They did the first pick first, so once it came up that it was the Spurs, that was kind of a little bit deflating. It's not like the TV show where it leads up to the final pick, and whoever was on stage there, I didn't catch his name, was losing his mind. That was awesome. But not a huge reaction in the drawing room, but very cool experience. Then a lot of schmoozing with some of the people that worked for teams, some of the other media members. And it was a cool experience. Obviously it didn't go the Bulls' way, but we move. And now we know what the outlook is, and we can start to think about what the plan is, how they're going to find a way to make additions, and see what they can do moving forward.
Will, tell me about being in that room though. Like, because I just want to know, is like yelling allowed? Like, are people allowed to be excited, or does everybody have to be kind of stoic while this is going on?
Well, I wouldn't say stoic per se. Like, so basically when they pull out the combinations, they have, 1,001 different combinations. And because each team has multiple of them, it's possible that a combination from the same team comes up repeatedly, right? And so they did actually 7 attempts. They got through the first 3, and then they picked the Spurs again, and then they picked the Hornets again, and then they picked the Rockets finally. And so once like the second or third attempt came around, there was like people laughing, and there was reaction. There wasn't any like Alvin Gentry fist bumping and yelling, but it was a huge deal. I mean, this is like a massive moment in the history of the NBA. So there was definitely some tension in there, but I didn't think it really let itself out in the form of like, a Matt Peck, heart attack of relief after a big 3-pointer or something like that.
So you clearly knew the results before the broadcast. I don't know if you've hopped on your Twitter feed yet since you've gotten your phone back, but us here in the studio, people watching in the comments, freaked out for a couple minutes when we were preparing for hoping to not see a Bulls logo at 11, meaning that they had jumped up, seeing not a Bulls logo, not even paying attention to the fact that it was Orlando's, and freaking out.
Yeah.
And running circles of jubilation around the studio. And then when I sat back down in my chair and realized it was Orlando, and I was like, wait, did they just put the Orlando logo on that card because it's the Bulls pick transferring to Orlando? Why did they do that? We all had our hearts crushed, Will. Why? I mean, talk to Mark Tatum if he's still over there in the building, because this system they have is dumb, and it's clearly only meant to play with the hearts of NBA fans. Because Orlando had their own pick in the lottery. What do you need, 2 Orlando cards? Just have the Bulls card and then say this pick is transferred to Orlando. Why are we doing this?
I don't disagree, but the way that it works is they pull for the top 4 picks, right? And then the rest happen in reverse order. So when a team moves up, another team gets bumped down. So unless the Magic, I don't even think it was possible for the Magic to have moved from 6 to 11 because there aren't 4 teams that could have, or 5 teams that could have moved up.
Okay, so they couldn't have fallen that many spots.
But they put it in the envelope that way because after the drawing happened, basically 2 of the people that worked at the accounting firm stuffed the envelopes that you saw on stage with the cards that had the team logo on them. And so instead of putting the Bulls team logo and then on the broadcast saying, well, this Bulls pick goes to Orlando, they just put the Orlando logo into that envelope and put it in that way. So that definitely makes sense, and I get why that would happen. But because it didn't land in the top 4, that pick was Orlando's, if that makes sense.
Will, can you hang with us for a few more minutes? Do you have time?
Yeah.
Okay, great. One more ad read, and then I want to get your thoughts on the Spurs getting that number 1 pick, and then what we were talking about before you hopped on, which is some Portland trade potential with the Bulls this offseason.
Beer! Pull him out!
I need it.
He needed it.
I need it always.
Oh, you must have. Down in his belly. It's good. Good stuff right there. You can have you some too, y'all. It's that Goose Island IPA beer, and we are supported by the Goose Island Beer Company, Chicago's beer since 1988. Jordan leaping from the free throw. Shout out Pusha T. Goose Island IPA, which is what we got in our hand right here. How many medals did they win? Well, how many titles did Mike win? 6 of them things. That's 6-time medal winner at the Great American Beer Fest. They got the Tropical Beer Hug, the 312 Wheat Ale, and of course, me and Matt's, that full pocket Pilsner, or as Matt Peck would probably call it, the full pocket Pils. Everyday beer, y'all, and that's what the Brewers are drinking, and that's what people who like what the Brewers are making are drinking, is that full pocket Pilsner, y'all. It's awesome. So grab you that ultra fresh brewery exclusive beers at Goose Island Original Brew House on Clybourne Avenue in Lincoln Park, or from that tap room on Fulton Street in West Town, because it's the Goose Island Beer Company, y'all, the true taste of Chicago.
Delicious. Okay, Will, real quick before we let you go, Spurs getting Wemby. Happy for the Spurs. Glad that Wemby's not in the East. What are your thoughts?
I guess I don't have too much of an opinion about it. It would be nice to be able to see him more than twice a year, and only cover him in. Sorry, my computer's all over the place here. And be able to go watch him in person more than once a year. It's nice that he's not going to be in the same division where it seems like the Bulls are constantly battling the LeBrons and Giannis's of the world. So that's nice from that perspective. But I mean, look, it's a great fit. They've had a tremendous history of winning. They've had a history of big men and David Robinson and Tim Duncan, and he kind of takes on the rest of that lineage. So I think it's kind of cool from that perspective, and it's just like a great organization that deserves to have a good future. They're a small market team. They're not going to win a lot of free agents. So this, I think, could be the start of another really special run for them. So good for them. Obviously, we would have hoped that the Bulls got him. I just can't wait to see him at the NBA. Like, Summer League is going to be insane. Hornets ended up with Scoot and with LaMelo. That could be interesting. Maybe somebody's on the move there. Maybe Brandon Miller gets moved up to 2 and Scoot falls to 3, and the Blazers have 3, but they have Dame, so maybe they make a trade. So a lot could happen still. We'll see kind of how that goes, but just a massive day in, I think, the history and the future of the NBA. So it's just kind of cool to see and start to let the possible outcomes percolate of how this plays out for the rest of the 2020s and beyond.
Congratulations on being there, Will.
It's dope. Do you think that the Blazers jumping up into a top 5 pick increases, decreases, or no change in the likelihood that they'll be aggressive, get the Bulls that first-round pick so that they can be more aggressive with other trades to build a contender around Dame right now?
So I was hanging out with our friend Sean Hyken, who's here covering the Blazers, and he was obviously excited that the team jumped into the top 4. So maybe we can bring him on the show tomorrow and talk a little bit about what the ramifications of that are from the Bulls' perspective and the Blazers and such. But I think kind of no change. I think had they jumped up to 1, they would have taken Wembanyama. Anything else, I think they're going to look to trade it. And I think they're going to look to bring in another star. So regardless of where that pick landed, they're still going to need their future picks in order to go get a Joel Embiid or a Jaylen Brown or a Siakam or whoever it is. So I don't think it changes that much from their perspective. Obviously, it gives them a little bit more leverage to be able to make a move like that. But maybe that could be a good thing for the Bulls because now teams are going to listen. They got a top 3 pick in this draft that they could potentially go after. So I think that could be good for the Bulls, but I don't think it necessarily changes the plan for the Blazers. But I'm curious to hear what Sean has to say, so we should talk with him tomorrow.
Absolutely. And just real quick here, follow-up. Clarification as far as rules. We know that the Blazers could not trade future picks in other trades until that pick conveyed to the Bulls. But you're saying that the Blazers, if they wanted to put a trade package together to add win-now talent around Dame, they could include in a trade that pick that they just landed in the top 5 for this year's draft.
That's right. But
before giving the Bulls that pick.
Before giving the Bulls.
But before giving the Bulls the pick that they owe them.
Yeah, so now the pick that they owe the Bulls is in 2024, meaning they have their own pick in 23. It fell within the lottery. They can't trade 2024 until that one conveys. But so if they wanted to trade, you have to trade it every other year due to the Stepien rule. So if they wanted to trade 23, 25, 27, in order to be able to move 25, they would need to get their pick back from the Bulls. And that's where the leverage is. They want to make a big move. They want to say, we got a co-star for you, Dame. We want to go get Joel Embiid after they had a unfortunate exit from the playoffs. Here's our trade package. We've got Anthony Simons. We've got the 3rd pick in the draft, and we've got 2 more future first-round picks. But the only way they can attach those 2 more future first-round picks is if they give the Bulls something in return for the pick that they owe the Bulls in 2024. So that's where the Bulls' leverage is, and I think they should play that as much as they possibly can because that is probably the only way that they can get into this draft, but it's also one of the few assets that they have that they can work with for, potentially moving other players or picking other, whether it's guys in this draft or down the road, just to try to accumulate some more assets. So this is still a really big deal for the Bulls. I'm not sure how much it actually changes things, but certainly from the Blazers' perspective, 3 is more appealing than 5. for the 76ers. So maybe now the 76ers are that much more likely to go for a trade, in which case the Bulls are in the way of that, and the Blazers have to make it worth the Bulls' while in order to jump ahead.
Will, appreciate you jumping on what is obviously a busy night for you, buddy. We'll let you get back to the rest of the media availability at the NBA Draft Lottery. We'll see you back in studio tomorrow. Everybody, make sure you check out Will's column reflecting on all of his experiences tonight at the NBA Draft Lottery. It'll be up on allchgo.com sometime in the very near future. Follow him also on Twitter, Will_Gottlieb. Goat, have a great night. Get home safe. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Peace, guys. See you tomorrow.
Good?
I'm fine.
All right, good.
I quickly peaked at the top of that coaster and then came crushing down. It's like, Raging Bull at Six Flags Great America, the first big drop where like they had to dig underground for the very bottom of that.
Yeah.
That's where I was briefly.
Okay.
And now I'm just back to just coasting along.
Just coasting on?
Just in like a paddle boat on the Chicago River.
See, I
am fine.
I'm always at an 8 anyway. So going to 10 wasn't nothing. So coming back down to an 8 is where I was.
I'm always at a tipsy 5.5.
That's right. I know, right? So your come down's harder, man. I'm going to open this, man.
Okay, you can open that. And while you're opening that, we got a super chat from the Dukes, shout out, who said, head is spinning, so many moving parts. Pretend I'm an idiot. How much longer until the Bulls win the Super Bowl?
Oh, man.
Does that answer your question? Not happening until this happens. Not happening until this happens.
Oh, Lord. I just realized that's what you had on. I just paid attention to that.
I mean, we all know that we
during the draft.
Dope. We have
during the draft.
Dope merch in our CHGO merch locker. Get you some. Get you some. Get some new fresh Blackhawks.
That's why his
swag,
emotions are so like this.
The Hawks vibes are high. The Bears vibes are high. But second favorite place to get T-shirts in Chicago sports fandom, Obvious Shirt. Shout out to Joe. They had like a make your own shirt a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I know what I want an Obvious Shirt to say.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, shout out to the homie Kelly. Follow on Twitter. What's it? Lady Angelbird.
Lady Angelbird, yes. Man. Shout out.
She said she saw this and she had to send it to me. Real smooth. Look at that. Look at that. What? Isn't that nice?
I knew it.
Isn't that nice?
Turn it around.
It's a bull shirt. You see it, man? Yeah!
I knew it.
And that's why the Bulls didn't jump up in the lottery tonight, folks.
No, it wasn't because he had to sell the team on it. It was because I had a Matt Thomas shirt that has been sitting here for a while already. Shout out to her for this. This is definitely getting worn. Kelly, you know I appreciate you. The other Matt Thomas fan out there. Long live the legend himself, Matty Thomas.
Kelly,
the greatest 21 in the history of the Chicago Bulls.
Do not encourage this goon's behavior. Do not. Kelly, why are you doing that?
Because she has one herself.
Why are you doing that? She can have hers. I'm
can't
not
have
mad at
mine.
her having hers.
So why you ragging on my good time? Yeah, because you don't like fun. Get out. You don't like good time. We're going to hang that right there.
That shirt
right on the mic.
Does not deserve to be at our CHGO studios.
But it deserves to be on my body. Okay. And that's where it's going to go.
You can wear it outside of these walls whenever you want to.
Well, you know.
But you take that home with you tonight and you never bring it in here ever again.
Well, if I ever listened it to you, then I would do it like that. But you know this is going to be on my body for a shirt.
He never listens to me,
very
guys.
soon. This will be worn.
He never takes my advice.
Very soon.
He just
because his advice is don't wear Matt Thomas
just
stuff.
Ignores all of my great
and
advice.
Eat meat all day. That's his advice to me all the time.
You'd be so much better off.
I'm already at an 8. What do you mean? I don't need to go higher, bro.
Mark K said, I'm vomiting out of all orifices after seeing that shirt.
Yes. Oh, this is a 2 for 1. Kelly, it's a 2 for 1, baby.
God.
Go ahead. Drink it in. Drink it in, man. Oh, look at that legend right there. Let it all be right there. How you like it, Joey? How you like it, Joey?
I love it.
You love it? Joey,
I love it.
Joey, love it.
My favorite thing I've ever seen.
I like how Joey said, I knew it.
Damon said, Dave, put that shirt away before you unalive Peck with that shirt.
Nah, they'll be okay.
I've never heard that unalive.
Unalive, man.
AKA kill. You're killing me with that shirt.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
I'll resuscitate you with love. So
you're killing me,
right.
Biggs.
The
opposite of killing me, Smalls.
Very nice. Well done, sir.
Colin said, I thought it was 21, thought it might be Stacey King. We need to get a Stacey King
You're
jersey
right, we
in
do
here
need to get a Stacey
to our
King jersey.
studio collection.
Do you know the other number that Stacey King wore in his time with the Bulls? Anybody? He wore 2.
It wasn't 34, was it?
Correct. It was 34.
Stacey.
That is correct.
I was like, that number was connected to Stacey in my brain for some reason.
Yes, it is.
Did he wear 34 at Oklahoma?
He wore 33
Okay.
at Oklahoma. I am a basketball nerd.
Yeah.
And I love it. Yeah. Loving every minute of it.
NBA was better in the 80s and 90s. Great YouTube handle. Shout out to you. Said, until the ping pong balls are shown live, I'll never believe the results aren't rigged. Yeah, because that's what the NBA and Adam Silver really wanted tonight. Was Victor Wembanyama, the biggest, most hyped NBA draft prospect since LeBron and maybe bigger, to go to San Antonio. One of the smallest market teams in the league where no one goes and no one cares. Yeah, they rigged it for the Spurs.
And again, Detroit is 5th.
Thank God.
Say that again.
Thank God.
5th, man. 5th, Matt. Come on. They are 5th.
That may have been the most upsetting result.
Yeah.
Is if the Pistons got Wemby.
I agree with you. I would have went down to a 7. I guarantee you that. That would have been a 7 for me. I did not want Detroit to get any of that. But it didn't happen that way. He's going to the West, which is also good for me. I'm very excited about that. I don't have to look at this and be like, damn, he's whooping us 4 times a year. I don't have to deal with that. So it's all good, man.
I saw some people in the comments earlier once we found out that Wemby was going to the Spurs talking about Pop. Do you think, quickly because we're almost out of time, but change Pop's mind if he was maybe considering retirement and finally hanging it up and walking away? Do you think Wemby maybe entices him to stick around and keep this job?
Yeah, I don't see how you're not enticed by that. Arguably the greatest prospect in the history of organized sport. Yeah, that would change your mind. Like, you know what? Maybe another year or 2. Maybe stick around and see what's going on.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. He's usually a man of his word, but I wouldn't fault him for changing his mind on something like this, man. This is Victor Wembanyama, dog. Like, you got a chance to be the coach of that. It's hard to pass up, man. He's got a tough decision.
Beat Daddy Fish said Pops has a big bed all ready for him in the crib. I assume him is Wemby there. I don't even think Wemby would fit into a California King.
No.
You need to staple 2 California Kings together.
Yeah, he needs the Shaq bed. Have you seen the Shaq bed?
No.
Oh my God, dog. Oh my God.
It's like 4 Kings just quadranted together.
It's a big man's dream. I saw it when he had one when he was still married. He fit him, his wife, and his kids in that bed. That's how huge it was. You know, Shaq is a large man. All right? He fit his whole family in this bed. I said, I need that in my life right there. That is a big man dream. Shout out to Shaq for that. So I'm sure Victor will have something along those lines. So shout out to him. 21.
Meanwhile, our friend the Duke, 811 with another super chat saying, I'm no doctor, but Marquet should see one if he's got vomit coming out of more than one orifice. That's sound advice, Duke. That is sound advice.
It is. Way to care. Way to care,
Eco
man.
Bean saying Pop sees Tim Duncan in Wemby. Different body types.
Yeah.
Different set
styles.
of skills.
Yeah.
Different style. Man's name was the big fundamental for crying out loud.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's excited about the tools that Wemby appears to have playing in his pro league over there in Europe over the last couple of years. Yeah. He's not backing down people in the post with pristine footwork quite yet.
He's got to go hang out with Matt Peck and eat some more food.
Just got to put some protein on them bones.
I'm interested to see how the NBA reacts when he takes that first 1 foot 3-point shot that he likes to take, when he's just running up on 1 foot like that and it doesn't hit anything. I'm waiting for that moment.
The one-footed running floater, but from behind the three-point line.
3-point line, dog. I am ready to see people's reaction to that. You can't do that. I can't wait for this reaction. People gonna lose their mind on this, man.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp. Can't be done. Lloyd.
Can't double dip the chip.
Can't do it. If the chips get stuck together, that's one nacho. All right. We got to get out of here. We got our baseball crews on deck for y'all. Cubs and Sox both in action. Cubs trail the Stros 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th. White Sox and Guardians scoreless end of the 4th. Meanwhile, in NBA action, Western Conference Finals Game 1 happening right now. Lakers trailing the Nuggets 32-19 late in the first quarter. Okay. Let's go Nugs! Let's go Nugs! All right, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll get our friend Sean Hyken from
awesome.
the Rose Report to talk to us more about some potential Bulls-Blazers trade action this offseason because he's in town for the Combine and the Lottery. I'm ignoring that ever
Lady
happened.
Angel Bird, follow her on Twitter.
Shout out and thanks to our pal producer Joey Spathis, who went nuts with us for a minute today when we thought good things were happening.
Shout out Joey.
Follow him at Joey Spathis. He's Joey 1K.
21.
Joey Uncles. Big Dave is at BAWL Sports. Our friend Will Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb. I am Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Back in the studio tomorrow, 4 p.m. Chicago time, talking more about the fallout from the lottery and what the Bulls do next. Hit that thumbs up before you head out. Subscribe to CHGO Sports channel on YouTube. Until tomorrow, thank you all for tuning in. Much love, Pulse Nation. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.